But first, the 911 call is shedding more light on a homicide investigation in Greensboro. Good evening, I'm Sydney Moore. Police say they found a 50-year-old man with head injuries after he tried to break into a home on Randleman Road earlier this month. Officers filed a warrant for his arrest, but he died at the hospital a week later. WFMY News 2's Lauren Tier has more on what the 911 call revealed and got an attorney's opinion.
So right now, this is still very much an active investigation. I've listened to that 911 call that was released today several times and asked Greensboro police some questions about what was said in that call. A spokesperson only told me there are no updates at this time that can be released to the public. Now, I have a copy of a rough transcript of the call right here, and some of it is difficult to understand. But during that 911 call, you can hear a man describing what allegedly happened that night on December 9th.
Got bust my window, saw the brass knuckles on, and then I hit it with my bag.
The caller goes on to explain more on how he and the other man got into this situation.
He's crazy. I wouldn't let him in my house to stay with me. Because I went open my door, he took a brick and threw through my window, bust my slide window out.
The dispatcher from Guilford Metro 911 on the other side of this call asks the man about brass knuckles. The caller responded saying,
He swung them on me, and I swung my back to protect myself.
I spoke with a local attorney about this call and his takes on some of the details.
It could be a castle doctrine argument for self-defense, meaning that the man felt like the individual was trying to enter the house to protect himself. He assaulted him. Self-defense in North Carolina has to be reasonable. The force has to be reasonably calculated for the amount of force being used against the person.
Attorney Jason Keith says the outcome of the case will, of course, depend on the truth behind the caller's claims and additional details found through the investigation.
There are heightened protections for individuals protecting themselves when they're in their premises, in their house. The fact that he's in his house, the individual threw a brick in, and he's assaulting, and he's striking the house, it could be argued he's trying to come in. I think he would have a very valuable self-defense argument.
But Keith also says it's important to note this is just one side of this situation. Before 50-year-old Shawn Oxendine died, law enforcement obtained warrants for felony breaking and/or entering with intent to terrorize or injure. The name of the 911 caller that you could hear on that screen, his identity has not been released. As the investigation continues, Greensboro police has not said if there are any forthcoming charges.